Hi there crafters, it's Louise with you today, sharing a new 12 by 12 scrapbook layout featuring the May 2022 kits. Now, I am a huge fan of foiling backgrounds, so I decide that this month I'm going to include a foil background. Now, I have shared previous videos where I've showed my foiling technique. This is actually the new Duo Foil Gel, which can be used either with heat or without. So I'm actually going to use it today without heat. So firstly, I'm spreading it through the stencil, and I want to use also the mixed media stencil, the butterfly that came with this month's kit, and then I'm using a previous kit stencil, which is the Vicky Bouton Circles. So I am going to let this dry naturally over a couple of nights, purely just to let it get that sort of sticky quality. You can use a heat gun, but I like to let it dry naturally. So when we come back, I'm going to simply use a hard surface with my foil, and you just have to rub the foil around into the background. So the more you rub, the more foil coverage you get. And again, the thicker the paste, the more foil will stick to it. I actually prefer a sort of a messier background. I don't like all my foil to be this really neat sort of background. I like it to be a little bit textured and a little bit rough because that's the look that I'm going for. And you can see that I've used two types of foil. So I've used sort of the silver sparkle with the stars for the butterflies to help lift them a little bit. And then I've used the gold matte foil for the circles. So now that I've created my background, I'm going to pick a photo, and this is actually a photo of my nephew at his birthday, and we had a selfie together, so I figured I was going to pop that on this pretty sort of background. Now, picking a title is a little bit hard, so I end up going with the love because it matches the background. I'm going to mount it up on some foam tape just to give it a little bit of dimension and height so that it doesn't get lost in that sort of pink background or that foil background either. So once I'm happy with that, it's just a matter now of embellishing, and you can see I've added the doily behind the photo, again purely just to distinguish between that background and the actual photo itself. So I'm going to use some of the sticker sheets. I'm going to use a few bits and pieces. I didn't really need too much in terms of embellishment on this layout because I had that sort of not busy background, but relatively textured and interesting background going on. So I didn't want to add too many embellishments as such because that was just going to detract from the story of the photo. Now, I fussy cut a couple of butterflies out of one of the Project Life cards, and I'm going to use those to sort of enhance the butterfly that I've already got in the background. So I am going to also use the puffy stickers because there's little flying, beetles and bugs and insects and butterflies and all kinds of fun stuff on the puffies. So I'm going to use that sticker sheet as well. Now, because I've got this sort of gold background going on, I'm going to gold border as well. And then once I'm happy with the way the embellishing has come together, I'm going to call this layout complete. So I hope that you enjoyed that from me, something a little bit different with butterflies and a little pink background. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure that you're subscribed, and of course check out Kitaholic Kits.